Well, the latest run of the ECMWF is out. Want to have a quick look at it and show you what I'm looking at here. If you don't subscribe to markvogelweather.com, you can see here that we've got a pretty decent trough over the UK, extending all the way down towards Western Iberia. But the majority of Europe has got a beautiful area of high pressure, strong high pressure, that's supporting not only sunshine but temperatures 4 to 8 Celsius above normal. Where you've got the southwesterly flow, of course, the high pressure itself is positioned over Eastern Europe. Of course, beneath that high, you don't really have wind. But to the west of the high, you've got a nice southwesterly flow. That, of course, is pulling nice warm air from North Africa, from the Western Mediterranean, northeastwards. And, of course, it's raising the temperature into the low 20s for Paris, for Berlin, for example. So combine southwesterly flow with the sunshine, and you've got well above normal temperatures for the time of year. But the UK extending south into western parts of Iberia, we've got very unsettled conditions, cool conditions as well. But next week, the models continue to show the prospect for milder conditions. The high pressure itself starts to build westwards, and it's important to pay attention to what's going on over Europe, the pattern that's going on with what's going on across the northern hemisphere and the pole. Now, I've been saying this on Facebook, but more so in depth across the website markvogelweather.com about the building heights over northern Canada, over Greenland. That not only builds the cold air, but also it suggests that we're going to see the release of it southwards. So if that's the case, we'll want to watch what's going on with the pressure field over the continent here. By the time we go to Tuesday of next week here, pay attention to this area of upper level low pressure. The high itself is pushing northwestwards. And as well as that, thirdly, we've got cold air starting to show its hand over Greenland and over Scandinavia, extending into the northwest of Asia as well. It's these three factors here that can play into the forecast later down the road. That high, by the way, if you want cold in the UK, needs to continue to start pushing northwestwards over the UK and then northwestwards in towards the North Atlantic here. Because if that high then pushes west and the strongest heights are building west, that means to say that over the east, to the east of the high, then heights will naturally start to lower, allowing a trough to start dropping southeastwards. And of course, if you've got the cold air starting to show its hand, the trough may very much allow that cold air to drop into it. By the time we get to Wednesday the 24th here, you can see what is going on. Big area of low pressure, upper level low pressure over to the southwest of the UK. High pressure in between. There's the cold air starting to show its hand. That high pressure is starting to push towards the UK. And notice here the troughing is starting to drop into the eastern part of the continent here. So the high itself is building westwards, like I continue to say, and that allows the trough to drop in because it's following the path of least resistance here. And by the time we get out to Thursday of next week, you can see here that the trough is starting to drop south because the high is getting deflected towards the northwest here. That is very interesting indeed here, folks. But of course, it's one individual run. It will continue to chop and change. By Friday the 26th, the high pressure is towards the North Atlantic, and the trough is dropping into the UK as well as Scandinavia. Very cool look, isn't it? By the time we get out to Friday of next week here, cold northwesterly flow. Could we see snow even down the low levels with this northwest flow? Heights in the upper levels supporting very chilly numbers down at the surface as well. A lot of things to continue to chop and change through between now and next Friday here. But this is something to pay attention to, and we will continue to keep checking out. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to markvogelweather.com. There is a 7-day free trial. Check it out, and there's no commitment there. So keep following. Bye for now.